Welcome to Mystic by Nature. I am justifiably unique. I'm coming to you with the first half of October for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. At any point in time during this reading, if you get irritated or confused or it starts to make you overthink, then this probably is not for you. One second. So you can check for your other placements, whether it's your Venus or your Mars or even your North Node. But if these signs do sit on your ascendant, your sun, and your moon, and they resonate, or you are even a cross watcher, hit the bell, subscribe, and share. And for fun, leave me a flame down in the comments below. I will be doing timestamps starting with these readings so that you can go directly to your sign that resonates with you. But I'd also recommend the takeaway message and suggested ritual at the end of the video to align with the incoming energies. So I ask that you stick around to the end after you get done reading or listening to your message that aligns with you. I'll try to do a timestamp for the ritual as well as the takeaway message too. With that being said, let's take a deep breath and exhale and see what the channel message is for the fire signs. Aries, you are up first, baby. We have Saturn in Pisces in retrograde, Mercury moving into Libra soon, Venus is moving into Libra as well, Mars in Scorpio, Jupiter is in Cancer, Uranus is in Gemini, and it's retrograde. We have Neptune in Aries, and that is also retrograde. And then we have Pluto in Aquarius, and that is retrograde. It's a lot of crazy energy. I'd like to say that I think October would be a really good month, but it's kind of, coming in with a little bit of sketchiness because of the different squares that we have going on. So Aries, the first half of October is lighting up your first house of self, your 8th house of intimacy, shared resource and transformation, 7th house of relationship and partnerships, 11th house of friends, groups, and long-term goals. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Let's see what it is for you. Get grounded in that energy. What can Aries expect? I'm going to do a 3-card pull for each sign. What can Aries, I'm not taking that. What can Aries expect for the first half of October? What can Aries expect for the first half of October? Okay. So, first card that I got was the Judgment card. Can't show it too much because, there's nudity. Came out with the Queen of Wands, following it in the Magician. So for the first half of October, Aries, you are coming out in your reading. First of all, it's the Queen of Wands. So that means you're taking action. You are no longer sitting on your hands. You are moving forward with whatever plans that you have set or any goals that you have set. You are experiencing what I call a rebirth awakening. Some of you guys may actually be experiencing a spiritual awakening first half of October. And I'm hearing possibly getting in touch with your ancestors a little bit more. So maybe some of you are setting up an altar or even just get into the forms of meditation. When it comes to... See, some of you guys may also be doing a couple collaborations. No, the 10th house is not here, but I do see the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. And as I'm looking at the 3 of Pentacles and then underneath the deck, I have the Ace of Cups coming out along with it. I'm thinking some of you guys might be jumping the broom. Some of you guys may be possibly getting married or deciding, and I do see the courthouse. So it could be some of you guys deciding to do a, sudden marriage. That may surprise a few people. Maybe even ruffle a few feathers. But you know what? The energy that you're in, you don't really care. You're kind of moving forward for the things that are good for you. And you only. This might change up how you kind of feel about yourself. I see you being more confident the first half of October. Not really allowing anybody to kind of stop your path, no matter what their opinions are. There's a need for you to understand that in the last few months, you have been planting the seeds. So... it's now time for you to reap your reward. The flower is growing. I'm looking at the Magician card and I'm looking at the roses. So you're finally blooming. You're being allowed to kind of stop stressing and kind of going with the flow. And allowing your ancestors to kind of lead you as well as love. Some of you guys, this could be a new relationship coming in, or for some of you, this could be a relationship that is ending, that is causing you to feel a sense of transformation and rebirth. This can also be a friendship, a separation of a friendship, and I'm seeing maybe long-time friendship. So this could be a separation between a childhood friend that you are deciding to separate you from because you're no longer aligned with. You guys don't have paths that are aligned with each other anymore. For some of you, this could be a pregnancy that is happening. That could be happening that's causing you to make a whole bunch of different changes in your life. Or it's kind of motivating you to make the changes in your life. This might be a gift from your ancestors. This could be something that you have been wanting for a while. For some of you, you can already be pregnant and expecting in the spring. And for others, you are stepping into your Empress energy. You're loving on yourself more. You're allowing yourself to be loved. And you are not denying yourself of the things that you formerly had allowed yourself to be held back from. I love that for you, Aries. Look at that. What is the closing card or message for Aries? Yeah, this comes after a time of a lot of struggle and trying to keep yourself balanced. I feel like you've gotten really more into your heart space and kind of allowed your heart to kind of lead you. I'm going to get my love clarifying deck and I'm going to ask what it is when it comes to this first half of October for you, because I see that you know that your 7th house is being activated, and that is the house of partnerships and relationships. And then it's a lot of this reading has a lot of relationship energy. Whether you are getting into a relationship, elevating a relationship and commitment, or allowing yourself to separate from a relationship. Can you tell me what's up for the first half of October? Yes, there's a need for you. I got the Dance of Souls. So there's a need for you to allow your vulnerability. You're allowing vulnerability to come in, and it is bringing you rewards of love and companionship. This is going to be a very transformational time for you. I'm hearing be patient with yourself. Dang, what is that on my shirt? I don't know what that is. I haven't. I don't know what that is. It might just be a shadow. I think it is just a shadow. Okay, is there anything else for Aries? Okay, last card for Aries. I am hearing that you need to protect your energy, and then I have the safeguard steps. So because of the new energy that you are in and that you're allowing yourself to be placed in, and the love that you are receiving, it's beneficial for you to kind of protect your energy as well as protect your relationship or union. If it is about a relationship, and if this is about a friendship, it's good that you are protecting yourself, or you should begin to protect yourself. There are going to be some people who are going to disagree with your choices that you are making right now, because when you begin to start making choices for yourself and prioritizing yourself, then that means that the ones who were taking advantage of that time when you were not laying down boundaries and not creating boundaries for them to, or showing them how to treat you, will be upset because they can no longer do that. So it is important for you to protect your energy, Aries. Continue to do so. All right. 9:10. Put that timestamp down. So now we begin Leo's reading. All right, Leo, the first half of October is hitting your 9th house of travel, higher learning, studying, 4th house of family and home, 3rd house of communication and siblings, and 7th house of partnerships and relationships. All of that is being activated. So let's take a deep breath. See what the channel message is for you for the first half of October, Leo. What can Leo expect for the first half of October? Okay. Okay. First card that came out was the Four of Pentacles, the Fool card. And then I have the Page of Pentacles. So instantly, I immediately got the feeling that some of you Leos may be moving. If you are not moving, you are going to make the decision to finally move. You have saved up enough money. You're no longer just sitting on your money. You're allowing to take action. You're stepping into that full energy where you're allowing yourself to just kind of go with the flow. Some of you could be deciding to take a trip. I don't know why I'm seeing like the big city, so, but I'm also looking at it, it kind of looks like mountains and stuff. This could be Nevada. This could be Arizona for some of you. This could be, I heard the Grand Canyon in my head. So some of you guys could be taking a trip to just kind of clear your head. The first half of October, or you're planning a trip. This could be something that could possibly be related to a creative idea that you have, that you feel like you could potentially make money off of, but you haven't quite made a solid plan about it. But after you get done taking this trip, you will be in a more stable place mentally that will allow you to understand what steps you need to make, or what work you need to put in order to get to the goal that you want. For some of you guys could be dealing with a woman of Queen of Swords energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with, for some reason, I feel like this might be a past relationship. So this could be somebody coming back into your life who was in the Queen of Swords energy. She may have been a person who may have not been that kind with their words, may have been kind of cunning. I can see this being maybe a mother figure, or even an old relationship, or a relationship coming in. The Tower card came out behind it with the Death card following it. So this could be a past relationship that created a large tower into your life. If this is somebody who is still in a relationship, just mind and just know that you are getting ready to experience a tower, and this is coming to an end of the relationship. I am hearing abuse. Nobody should be abused. Nobody should allow themselves to be abused. So if that is the case, you are doing right by leaving. Don't second guess yourself. As I say that, I got the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups reversed. So this could definitely be a relationship that has taken a turn for the worse, and you are experiencing a Tower card that is pushing you to make the move to separate yourself. For others, this could be a new relationship that is coming in. It's coming in as a good Tower, and it's allowing you to put old things to rest. But for the most part, I see two scenarios playing out here. Somebody leaving an abusive relationship and somebody stepping into a new union with someone. If this is not a new union and has nothing to do with another person, this can be you balancing the energies of your masculine and feminine energies. This could have been something that you've been working on since Leo season, your birthday season. You've learned to speak up more for yourself. You've gotten more confident. What else? Give me more insight for Leo for the first half of October. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this could actually be a relationship that is coming in. I have the King of Wands right here. So, this, if it's not a relationship, which I think it is, this could be you just starting to take action and operating more out of your heart space than just taking action and operating out of your emotions. You're simply following your heart. If this is a relationship, you have a King of Wands energy coming in, someone who is all about business, very creative, very outspoken, very straightforward, very confident. I'm also getting, he embodies the King of Cups energy, so he may be very loving. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius man, or this is you coming in through your reading, signifying that you will be taking action and covering yourself and stepping forward. Song that's playing is a Leo, We Need a Resolution. So this could be somebody trying to, as I stated, a reconciliation with someone, or someone trying to come back in to reconcile with you. But if it was an abusive relationship, keep moving. Don't allow yourself to stay in that kind of situation. Okay? Is there any more insight for Leo for the first half of October? I'm seeing a lot of blue, and the blue is really, really speaking to me. So there's a need for you guys to really speak up. This is about love coming in, because I got the Ace of Cups. So this is about love coming in with somebody who is embodying that King of Wands energy, as well as the King of Cups energy of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There is a need for you to continue to hold onto your boundaries and maintain the person that you have worked so hard to becoming. Do not fall back into old patterns of people pleasing and not allowing your boundaries to be respected. For some of you, this is a relationship that could lead to marriage. If you're not interested in marriage, or it's not something that you have really thought about, you might want to give it some thought. Or this could be just a higher commitment coming in with this relationship. This might be somebody going from being friends to lovers, from lovers to dating to engagement, or engagement to marriage. Okay, so that's it for Leo. Timestamp is at 16:25. All right, well, let's start with Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, first half of October. Your 5th house of romance and creativity, your 12th house of spirituality and fears, your 11th house of friends, and 3rd house of communication and siblings are all being activated. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale. And let's see what the channel message is for the first half of October for Sagittarius. What can Sagittarius expect for the first half of October? First half of October for Sagittarius. Okay, I like it. Some of you guys, I know I got a King of Pentacles, so if you are a feminine energy, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Pisces. Oh Lord. Well, you might be dealing with the Pisces. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So the first card that came out was the Justice card, Sagittarius. So you are restoring balance to your life. There may have been a tower that came in that kind of knocked you off of your feet, but now you are restoring balance, getting more grounded in your energy, have allowed yourself to open up. You have a bit of a heart activation. And you've been kind of in hermit mode and just kind of going within, having meditation with yourself and sitting with yourself. There could be an idea that came in, or if we're dealing with this earth sign person, this could be a wish come true, or you're looking at this person as being your wish come true. Give you more insight on Sagittarius for the first half of October. There's a lot of relationship energy, romance energy. You know what? Some of you guys might just be getting your socks knocked. Heard the socks knocked off. So some of you guys might be getting romanced. This could be something that you don't see coming. In the past, you may have been a person that kind of closed off their heart. And I won't lie to you. I see you possibly being triggered the first half of October if this is a relationship coming in. If this is not a relationship, this could be a triggering from external factors, possibly friends, because we do have your 11th house being activated, or even siblings that could be triggering you. Can you give me more insight on that, please, for Sagittarius? Okay. So you're coming out in your reading. Let's see, what is this? Can you give me more insight on that? A little bit more insight on this triggering for Sagittarius for the first half of October. Okay. I got a Lover's card underneath the deck, so definitely this is somebody coming into a relationship that you might be slightly triggered in. This might have been a long time coming. You may have not had a relationship in a really long time, so it is triggering you a little bit and causing insecurities to kind of pop in your head. But, chill out, relax. This person is actually a good person I see coming in. This person is really about taking action, whether this is a man or a woman. This person is all about action. You know exactly what they want or whatever they desire because they're going to say it. You may have been in a past relationship with a person who was very condescending with their words. So you are a little bit anxious and you have problems with speaking up. This person is a lesson coming in for you, but they're also a lover that is coming for you, a divine counterpart that is coming for you to teach you how to speak up for yourself and advocate for yourself and do it in a confident manner. I can tell you that this relationship is very much protected. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll switch to my love deck. Alright. Can you tell me about Sagittarius? First half, okay. Okay, for some of you, I am getting that you may have manifested this person that is coming in. You need to release that last person that you were with. Some of you are kind of putting yourself in a sticky situation with a third party. You may have a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you may be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But either way, you're putting yourself in a third party situation, and you're going to have to release whoever it is in the past that is no longer aligned with who you are. Okay? For others who are trying to determine whether they should leave a relationship, I am seeing deception coming up in the relationship, and there also could be some infidelity, so it's time for you to let it go. If you have to sit up and be confused about a person's intentions towards you, then that means that it is not aligned. It's not in alignment with you. Okay, let's see. What is the last card for Sagittarius? Death card. Okay, yeah, some of you guys could be coming to the end of a relationship. Your ancestors and your spirit team is asking for you to step more into your intuition, to listen to your intuition. This could be something that, yeah, it's definitely taking, this could be 3 days or in the next 13 days. For some of you, it's 3 days, but it's definitely first half of October. If you are leaving a relationship, this is going to push you into a spiritual awakening and cause you to do some self-exploration with self. All right. So that is it. So I have started doing a ritual and a takeaway segment at the end of my readings. So for the ritual for my fire signs, under the full moon in Aries that we are experiencing, I believe on the 6th, October 6th, you're going to grab a red or orange candle. Red means business. Okay, it carries the energy of the moldavite crystal. So if you are BSing and not really ready for a big change, do an orange candle. Operates out of that, that sacred energy. It kind of pushes it. Get a small piece of paper. On this paper, write, release fears that hold me back, and I want to step boldly into my future. I want you to speak the affirmation aloud as you hold this paper over a flame with the candle. I want you to gather the ashes after you have burned the paper, blow them into the atmosphere under the full moon, and allow the candle to burn at least 11 minutes or whatever you feel is the right amount of time as you sit in meditation and visualize your path ahead. The takeaway for the fire signs. First is half of October. You will be making really, really bold moves. I see a lot of moves when it comes to relationships as well as business. There will be a lot of bold moves creatively, a lot of shifting within your relationship patterns. Fire signs, don't be surprised if issues around hidden money kind of come up, intimacy in your inner world collide. I do see insecurities popping in. I do see triggers coming in from past relationships. Do not allow that energy to come into your new one. So the question I ask, are you ready? This concludes the reading for the fire signs for the first half of October. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a flame behind. I leave you with this affirmation. I act with courage and clarity. Releasing no longer fuels me, and bravely stepping into my next chapter. The universe has spoken. Now it's your move. Stay aligned, be courageous, and let your light shine. Until next time, fire signs,